Hey Pilates teachers, it's Linda Lippin here from Pilates Profit Lab and Pilates Teacher Mastermind VIP. I want to talk to you today about actually serving online versus just selling or just performing. But I'm going to have a discussion with you in a couple of days about the performance. But we have a unique ability as Pilates teachers, and our unique ability as Pilates teachers is the ability to connect with human beings, right? Teach them a fabulous method of exercise, sometimes move them towards a specific goal with that method of exercise, such as better sports performance or less back pain or less neck pain, or a little bit of exercise rehab after stroke, or folks with neurological disorders or with chronic pain disorders, whatever it is. But we have that ability to teach them this really awesome exercise system that we know of as Pilates and as Contrology, and really affect great levels of change in their lives, right? We do this. I mean, Pilates is a life-changing modality. If you've worked with clients, I've worked with clients who had, major spine fractures and spinal cord injuries, and saw videos of them dancing on their own 2 feet at their weddings. I've had clients who had Parkinson's who were able, to sit upright at an important dinner or a bar mitzvah for 4 or 5 hours and not fall forward into their plate of food. Okay? These are awesome goals. I've had, basketball players and golfers who didn't think that they were ever going to be able to play their sport at a competitive level again due to back injuries, be able to go out there and compete and perform. It's life-changing, life-altering work. And there's no reason why we can't also be serving clients online, and why we also can't do a little bit of serving of clients for free instead of just continually asking them to buy our stuff, okay? It took me a long time to realize that. It did. And it's not that I give away tons of my services, because I don't. Once you really want to work with me, you're going to pay to work with me. However, between my free Facebook group here, between Pilates Profit Lab, between the live videos that I post on a regular basis on social media and in different Pilates groups and all over the place, I also serve our community for free. And I would like to see a lot more Pilates teachers doing that, okay? Serving the community for free. If you have a specialization, if you have a client population that you are very successful working with, if you have a way of working with folks that is highly successful and works well, break that down into some small digestible pieces and give some of that out for free. There are folks out there who could use that information and run with it. But I'll tell you something else. The fact is if you give out some of that information for free, and you do it regularly, and you do it as yourself, and you do it joyfully, people will notice, and then people will be more likely to want to pay you for work when they're ready to work with you in that way. So for example, you could sit down and go into my Facebook page and go through all of my free videos and probably get a pretty good Pilates education in both teaching clients, teaching special populations, and running your business. However, if you come into my free Pilates Profit Lab group, you're going to get a lot more of that information in a much more targeted way and in a targeted space. So it's going to be a little bit easier to digest, and there's more of it. And then frankly, if you come into my paid VIP program for Pilates Teacher Mastermind or any of my paid continuing education programs, you will then be able to kind of blast through a lot of this stuff that would take you a little bit longer to learn and implement and make the mistakes on and figure out, because I've already learned it, implemented, made the mistakes, and figured it out. So by the time I give it to you in Pilates Teacher Mastermind VIP, it's pretty foolproof. Okay, and it works. So I encourage all of you to really start to think about your marketing and your online conversations with folks as serving, not just selling. It doesn't mean that you can't talk about the paid work that you do, because your paid work will simply get those people from A to Z faster and easier, right? But I always let people know, if you hang out with my free stuff for long enough, you'll learn plenty. And if you can implement it on your own and you're willing to go through the mistakes and all of that, good on you. Take that information and go and run with it and use it and be better. Be better at your Pilates business and at your serving of your clients. But if you'd like to get through that faster, with a little more clarity and with a little more, pointing towards your actual goals and what you want, then you come work with me in a paid capacity, and that's what I do. So, if you're a Pilates teacher who needs to pivot that business online, who needs to expand, who needs to find your niche and all of that, come on over to VIP and join us, because that is what we do in there all day, all the time. So thanks again for listening to me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for just another little Pilates Pro business.